So for the upcoming month, starting with the new moon in Mula, tropical Capricorn, I'll have the privilege and honor of being the guide for a wonderful community of astrologers and astrology enthusiasts called Astrology Hub's Inner Circle. So what I'll be doing for them is 2 classes, one on the new moon, one on the full moon, and another class called the Mastery class about nakshatras themselves. And then a 4th session on Q&A from all this other stuff. They also asked me to have transits ready to talk about throughout the month, which is sort of interesting for me because it's not the type of thing that I've typically done in the past. So I thought carefully about how I wanted to do that. I identified 8 transits that were significant to me through the month, but I was thinking, wouldn't it be better to have something happen every day? What I wanted to do is talk about how the moon changes its constellation or changes its nakshatra every day, more or less. So in this video right now, I want to explain the basic technique that I'm going to be using for interpreting these transits of the moon into new constellations. My hope is that if you know a little bit about the technique behind the interpretations, you'll be able to get even more out of the interpretations themselves. Because if you know why a person is saying something, you get more meaning out of the statement. So the conceptual framework here behind the way I'll be interpreting these transits is that we start a lunar cycle with the new moon. So the nakshatra, the constellation that the new moon occurs in, sets the foundation for the entire lunation, or in other words, the entire cycle until it becomes new again. So every transit throughout the month is going to be related to developing the theme established by the constellation of the new moon. So in our case, the new moon is going to be in Mula. So every subsequent ingress of the moon into another constellation is going to evolve that theme further or present it with some challenge to its evolution. Now, in order to interpret the ingress into a new nakshatra, I'm going to use a classical Vedic system called the Nakshatra Terra Bala, which in English means the force or the strength within the star or the constellation. Each nakshatra relative to another nakshatra has a certain type of force or strength. So for example, our new moon is in Mula. So when the moon ingresses into the next nakshatra, the next constellation, it has something called sampat. The strength in the second star is always to help the theme of the first one do sampad, which means grow. It gives some wealth or nourishment to the theme. So the nature of the second nakshatra gives some nourishment to the one that you started from with the new moon. Then the third one does something called vipat, which is the opposite of sampat. Vipat means set it back, unwealth it, impoverish it, decline it, instead of grow it, decay it. And so that nakshatra is going to reveal to us something that we need to be careful about. We shouldn't do this. Then the 4th nakshatra does something called kshema, which means it provides a sense of security and comfort and safeness. So the 4th one is kshema or comfort. The 5th one is pratyak, which is basically the opposite of kshema. So it's like setback or being attacked. And the ingress of the moon into the 5th nakshatra from Mula is going to show us the attack that we have to watch out for. We're going to be attacked in this way when we try to do the Mula theme. So that's what I mean. Each day along the way, the nakshatra is going to reveal to us an important step forward in how this lunation can bear fruit. The 6th one, the 6th star from the base, is called the progress star, the sadhana star. So on that day, we're going to learn something that something that we really have to put into practice to make progress on this. And then the 7th is the opposite of sadhana. It's nidana, this is how you won't progress, but how you'll fall back or lose. So you have to be careful for the 7th day's ingress. In other words, the 7th ingress will show you watch out for this. This is where you can get set back. Then the 8th and the 9th in the tara-bala system are called a friend and the lover, mitra and ati mitra, or friend and really close friend. So those nakshatras really help you complete the cycles. The 8th ingress, the 9th ingress will really help you complete the cycle. So I'm really excited. And what I decided to do with this, and the people at Astrology Hub liked the idea, I'll do a short video, 2 or 3 minutes, maybe 5 minutes, each day about that particular ingress and how it relates to the Mula theme that begins the month. And I'll put it on my YouTube, so I'll share it with my regular viewership and share it with the Astrology Hub Inner Circle as a bonus to the other stuff that I'll be doing with them. So here's your intro to what's going to be going on this month, what to expect from me and my channel. I hope you stick around and enjoy it all and learn a lot from it. Thank you so much.